Electrolyte balance. The electrolytes anion or cation, which are present either in extracellular or intracellular, should be maintained in balance. Otherwise, the human body has no face several serious problems. Electrolyte composition of other ECF is similar to the plasma expected, except that of protein. The protein concentration is higher in plasma than other extracellular fluid. Sodium is the major cation of plasma. Chloride and bicarbonate are the major anion of plasma. The total electrolyte concentration in ICF is higher than ECF. The, ma- the major the, the major cation of ICF is K or K plus and Mg plus, and these are balanced mainly by the anion say PO4 minus and proteins. Sodium balance. The kidney is only organ involved in the excretion of sodium plus. Kidney plays a regulatory the body sodium plus content. The filtrated Na plus in glomerular filter is reabsorbed in the distal tubule. A hormone, namely aldosterone, secreted by the adrenal cortex, is involved in the regulation of sodium reabsorption in the renal tubes. The aldosterone increases the reabsorption of Na plus whenever plasma Na plus is low. Although with the Na plus Cl minus is also reabsorbed. Absorption of Na plus takes place in exchange for K plus. The aldosterone secretion is controlled by volume of ECF and its Na plus concentration. They described in the detail below how sodium is balanced in the human body. In addition to the regulation total volume, the osmolarity of body fluid is also highly regulated. The extreme variations in osmolarity causes a cell to shrink and swell. The damage or destroying cellular structure and disrupting normal cellular functions. The regulation of osmolarity is achieved by balancing the intake and excretions of sodium with that of water. Sodium is a major solute in extracellular fluid, so it effectively determines the osmolarity of extracellular fluid. An important concept is that the regulation of osmolarity must be integrated with the regulations of volume, because changes in water volume alone have diluting or concentrating effect on the body's fluid. For example, when a person becomes dehydrated, they lose more water than the sodium. Then the osmolarity of the body fluid increases. In this situation, the body tries to conserve water but not sodium, thus stemming the rise in osmolarity. When a person loses the large amount of blood from trauma or surgery, they loses sodium and water are proportionated to composition of body's fluid. In this situation, the body should conserve both water and sodium. As discussed in the previous unit, the ADH plays a role in lowering osmolarity by increasing the water absorption in the kidney, thus helping the diluted body fluid. To prevent osmolarity from the decreasing below normal, the kidney also have a regulated mechanism for reabsorbing sodium in the distal nephron. This mechanism is controlled by the aldosterone, a steroid hormone produced by the adrenal cortex. Aldosterone secretion is controlled in two ways. When the osmolarity increases above normal, the aldosterone secretion is inhibited. The lack of aldosterone causes less sodium to be reabsorbed in the distal tubule. The ADH secretion will increase to conserve water, thus complementing the effect of low aldosterone level to decrease the osmolarity of the body fluid. The net effect on urine excretion is decrease in the amount of urine excreted with the increase in the osmolarity of urine. Kidney sends low blood pressure. This triggers a complex response to raise blood pressure and conserves volume. The specialized cell in the afferent and efferent arterioles produces renin, a peptide hormone that initiates a hormone cascade that ultimately produces the angiotensin 2. Angiotensin 2 stimulates the adrenal cortex to produce aldosterone. Chloride is a major extracellular anion. The average serum concentration is 105 milliequimolar per liter. Function: it is involved in maintaining the osmotic pressure, proper body hydration, and electric neutralization. The dietary Cl minus is almost completely absorbed by the intestine. It is filtered out by the glomerulus and passively reabsorbed in the conjunction with the Na plus by proximal tubes. Excess Cl is excreted in the urine through sweating. excess sweating stimulates aldosterone secretion which acts on the sweat glands to conserve Na plus and Cl minus. Hypochloremia. The low serum Cl minus is associated with the loss of gastric HCl due to the prolonged vomiting, salt losing, renal disease in metabolic acidosis. Hyperchloremia. High serum Cl minus is an seen in dehydration and decreased renal blood flow. During the assay of electrolyte, high quality of distilled water is recommended for preparation of standard and dilution of the sample. Determination of chloride. Calorimetry. But chlorine in the plasma or serum reacts with a mercury thiocyanate to form a mercury chloride and free thiocyanate ions. The thiocyanate ions reacts with the Fe3 plus ions to form the colored complex with the absorption of a peak at 480 nanometer. This method can be done manually or by auto analyzer. Method of salts and salts. The principal serum is titrated with the mercury nitrate solution using diphenyl carboxazole and indicator, which gives a violet blue color. Sample serum or reagent mercury nitrate. Procedure. Take into 25 ml conical flask, pipette 2 ml of water, add 0.2 ml serum, add 1 drop of normal nitric acid, add 3 drops of diphenyl carbazone, add 1 ml of ethyl ether. Take mercury nitrate solution in 2 ml pipettes. People calibrate 0.01 ml up to 0 mark. Add mercury nitrate to the control flask. Drop by shaking. A pink color obtained in the beginning disappears. Continuous addition till the permanent violet blue color appears. Note the tighter value. Standard. Fill a pipette 2 ml of water and 2 ml of standard solution into 25 ml conical flask. Add 1 drop of 1 normal nitric acid. Add 3 drops of diphenyl carbazone. Add 1 ml of ethyl ether. Titrate the mercury nitrate to get a permanent violet blue color. Note the tighter value. Therefore, a milli equal per liter of chloride is equal to tighter value of test divided by tighter value of standard into 100. Interpretation. The normal level between 94 to 111 a milli equal per liter. A higher than normal level may be seen in dehydration, acute renal failure. Lower than normal level may be observed in diarrhea, conjunctival heart disease, pyroric obstructions, uremia, Addison's disease, pulmonary emphysema, and diabetic acidosis. Determination of CSF chloride by salis and salis. Principle CSF is titrated against mercury nitrate at end point at which the permanent pink color is obtained. Same reagent are used which are used for serum chloride estimations. Procedure. Take a test tube and label it. Test T. Pipette 2 ml of water, 0.2 ml of CSF. Add 1 drop of 1 normal of HNO3 and 3 drops of diphenyl carbazone. Add 1 ml of ethyl ether. Titrate using the mercury nitrate. Take it in 2 ml of pipette to appearance of a permanent violet color. Note the titration value of mercury nitrate into a test tube into a tube labeled standard. Pipette 2 ml of water, 0.2 ml standard solution. Add 1 drop of 1 normal HNO3 and 3 drops of diphenyl carbazone and mix titrate using the same pipette using the mercury nitrate in it. Note the titration value 1 titration value of the milli equal per liter of chloride in CSF is equal to titration of test divided by 7 into 100. Interpretation. Normal CSF chloride level is between 120 to 130 milli equal per liter. Decrease in CSF chloride found in meningitis. In tuberculosis meningitis, CSF chloride is lower. It is normal in viral meningitis. Calcium is a mineral. It is a cation of ECF. Calcium is required for the formation of bone and teeth. It gives hardness and strength to the bones and teeth. Requires for blood coagulation process. Required for contraction of heart and muscles. Control the permeability of cell membrane. Activates pancreatic lipase in the digestion of fat. Activates phosphorylase during the breakdown of glycogen. Regulates the excitable irritability of nervous system, releases hormones like insulin from the storage granules, serves as a secondary messengers in the action of hormones like adrenaline, response to calcium and mediated by the interaction with the receptor called calmodulin. This cytolytic protein has a calcium binding site. The calmodulin calcium complex activates protein kinases, which in turn activates other enzymes, and through this bring out the metabolic effect. In this metabolism, CMP is also involved. It is required for the formation of calcium paracasinate insoluble curd. Calcium content of body and blood. Calcium is a major inorganic element comprising about 2% of body weight. Human body contains 1200 grams. The major amount, 99% of this present in bone, teeth, as hydroxy patate. Remaining 1% present in the blood and soft tissue. Calcium level of the serum in adult is 9 to 11 milligram per 100 ml. Blood calcium present in three forms. Ionized calcium is the physiological active form. It constitutes 50% of total calcium. Protein bound form, this is 45% of total level. Calcium complex with citrate, phosphate and bicarbonate, this fraction is only 5%. Regulation of serum calcium level. The ionic calcium level is mediated by the vitamin D and hormones like parathyroid hormones and calcitonin. Action of vitamin D increases the absorption of calcium from small intestine, causes removal of calcium from the bone. The mechanism by which 1,125 dihydroxy vitamin D3 increases calcium absorption from the intestine is as follows. The 1,225 dihydroxy vitamin D3 enters the intestinal cell and binds to the cytoplasmic receptor. The vitamin D3 receptor complex then moves to the muscle where it interacts with the DNA. This results in the synthesis of mRNA, and this in turn forms a calcium binding protein. The calcium binding protein increases the absorption of calcium from the intestine. Action of PTH on kidney and bone. The PTH increases the activity of 1-alpha hydroxylase in kidney, which increases the synthesis of 125 dihydroxy vitamin B12, and this in turn enhances the absorption of calcium from intestine. It increases the reabsorption of calcium from the glomerular filtration in kidney. It causes the reabsorption of calcium from the bone. These three actions corrects the hypocalcemia and brings it to the normal level. The PTH also causes excretions of phosphate in urine by inhibiting the phosphate reabsorption of kidney. Action of calcitonin. This is a hormone from the C cell of thyroid gland. Hypercalcemia stimulates the secretion. The calcitonin inhibits the calcium reabsorption from kidney and reabsorption from the bone. It corrects the hypercalcemia. Normal value ranges from 9 to 10.6 milligram per 100 ml serum, or 4.5 to 5.4 milli equal per liter. Low concentration of calcium in the blood, release of parathyroid hormone in bones, kidney and intestine. Bone influx of calcium from bone, kidney decrease loss of calcium in urine. Vitamin D to intestine enhances the absorption of calcium from the intestine, increase concentration of calcium in the blood. Hypocalcemia. Hypothyroidism, vitamin D deficiency, decrease dietary intake, decreases sun exposure, defective vitamin D metabolism, ineffective active vitamin D intestinal malabsorption, magnesium deficiency, eating disorder, chronic renal failure, kidney loses its capacity, synthesizing 1.25 dihydroxy cholecalciferol, increase PTH secretion in the in response to the hypocalcemia, may lead to the bone disease if untreated. Pseudo hypoparathyroidism is a condition associated with the primary with resistance to the parathyroid hormone. The patients have a low serum calcium and high phosphate, but the parathyroid hormone level is actually appropriately high due to the hypocalcemia. Symptoms: petchia, which appears as on off spot, then becomes convoluted and appears as a large bruised area. Oral perioral and acral erythesis, tingling or pins and needle sensation is around the mouth, the lips, and in extremities, the hand and feet. This is often early symptoms of hypocalcemia. Corpopedial and generalized tetany or seen lateral tetany. The tendon reflex and hyperactive life-threatening complications, laryngospasm, cardiac arrhythmias, ECG changes includes internal QT prolongation or intermittent prolongation of QTC on EKG is your treatment. To ampoules of intravenous calcium gluconate 10% is given slowly in the period of 10 minutes, or if hypocalcemia is severe, calcium chloride is given instead. Hypercalcemia, elevated calcium level in the blood, causes a primary hypercalcemia, solitary parathyroidic edema, primary parathyroid hyperplasia, and parathyroid carcinoma, solid tumor with metastasis, example squamous cell carcinoma, which can be PTH or P mediated. There's a solid tumor with a humoral mediator of hypercalcemia, example non-small cell lungs cancer or kidney cancer, pheochromocytoma. The hematologic malignancy, multi myeloma, lymphoma, leukemia, hypervitaminosis, vitamin D intoxications, evaluation of 1,2-OH2D, idiopathic hypercalcemia of infancy, rebound hypercalcemia after rhabdomyolysis, renal disease, disorder related to high bone tumor turnover traits, hyperthyroidism, prolonged embolization, Pegas disease of bone, multiple myeloma. Signs and symptoms: stones, renal or biliary, bones, bone pain, thrones, sit on throne, polyuria, fatigue, anorexia, and pancreatitis. Treatment: hydration, increase salt intake, and forced diuresis by bisphosphonates or pyrophosphate analog with high efficiency for bone, especially area of high bone turnover. Source: milk, tofu with added calcium sulfate, calcium fortified orange juice, soy beverage with added calcium fortified cereals or breads. Daily requirements: children 500 to 800 milligram, adults 1000 to 1300 milligram. Determination of serum calcium by Trinder method. Calcium is precipitated with naphthyl hydroxyl acid. The precipitate is dissolved in EDTA and the color is developed with ferric nitrate. The absorption of color compound is measured in colorimeter and calcium levels determined. Take 250 ml beaker, add 100 ml of water and 5 ml of ethanolamine, add 2 grams of tartaric acid and mix. Add 250 ml of naphthyl hydroxamic acid and dissolve by warming in a liter flask, and add 2 grams of sodium chloride and 500 ml of water. Pour the content of beaker into 1 liter flask containing sodium chloride solution. Add warm up to 1 liter mark. Make the filter through Wattman number 40 filter paper. The reagent stable for months. EDTA solution: dissolve 2 grams of disodium ethylene diamide tetraacetic acid, 1 liter of 0.1 normality NaOH. Color reagent: dissolve 60 grams of ferric nitrate in 500 ml of water. Add 15 ml of concentrated nitric acid and add water up to 1 liter. Calcium standard 5 millimolar equal per liter. Dissolve 125 milligrams of dicalcium carbonate in 40 ml of 0.1 normal HCl and dilute in 500 ml of water. Orthocrisophthanol complex on one method. Calcium in the serum forms a violet colored complex with orthocrisophthanolin complex 1. 8-hydroxyquinone includes in the reagent, prevents interference by the magnesium. Procedure: take 0.2 ml of serum and 1.8 ml of water to the test tube. Mix transfer 0.5 ml of this to the test tube. Mark test T. Add 5 ml of working standard to a second tube. Add 0.2 ml of calcium standard solution and 1.8 ml of water. Transfer 0.5 ml from this to standard. Add 5 ml of working reagent. Mix. Label a third tube as a blank and add 0.5 ml of water and 5 ml of working reagent. Read the observation of a blank standard test at 578 nanometer or using green filter. Calculation is equal to serum is equal to milligram of calcium per 100 ml is equal to serum is equal to OD of test minus OD of blank divided by OD of standard into OD of blank into 10. Phosphorus, it is a mineral. It is also involved in releasing of energy from fat, the protein and carbohydrate during the metabolism and in the formation of genetic materials, cell membrane and many enzymes. It helps in the formation of bones and teeth. Inorganic phosphorus is a major constituent of hydroxyapatite in bone, thereby playing an important part in structural support of the body. It acts as a buffer in blood. Mixture of PO4 and H2PO4 constitutes the phosphate buffer, which plays a role in maintaining pH of the body fluid. It helps in formation of compounds like nucleic acid, nucleotide like ATP, GTP, ADP, as organic phosphate esters in glycolysis and other metabolic reactions. It is also required in energy metabolism, synthesis of phospholipid, cyclic AMP phosphoprotein and coenzymes like TPP, etc. The phosphorus concentration in the serum is inversely proportional to the calcium concentration. The normal value of adult is 2.4 to 4.5 milligram percentage for children and 4 to 6 milligrams. Hypophosphatemia, decreased level of phosphorus causes rickets, hyperparathyroidism, condition associated with the decrease in reabsorption of phosphates from the glomerulus filter. In the treatment of diabetes, the effect of insulin in causing the shift of glucose into the cell also enhance the transport of phosphates into the cell, which may result in hypophosphatemia. Symptoms: clinical symptoms are muscle pain, weakness with respiratory failure, and decreased myocardial output. Hyperplasia, increased hyperplasia level causes hypoparathyroidism, hypervitaminosis, vitamin D, renal failure. Elevation of phosphates can cause decrease in serum calcium concentration, therefore it may lead to the tetany and seizure. Determination of serum inorganic phosphorus by Fesgi-Subbarao method. Magnesium is the fourth most important cation in the body. About 50% present in the bone associated with the calcium and phosphate. Much of the remaining magnesium is intracellular and only a small amount of the found in extracellular. Magnesium function as an activator for various physiochemical processes including the phosphorylation, protein synthesis and DNA metabolism. It also involves in neuromuscular conditions and excitability of skeletal and cardiac muscles. Ingestion magnesium is absorbed in the intestine and amount absorbed is inversely related to the total magnesium intake. The kidney effectively controls the magnesium hemostasis through the tubular absorption, which conserves magnesium, which intakes when intake is low and excretes the excess when intake is high. Hypermagnesemia causes renal failure, acute diabetes, acidosis, dehydration, Addison's disease. Hypermagnesemia has decreased effect on central nervous system, causing the general anesthesia and respiratory failure. It alters the condition mechanism of heart, causing cardiac arrest. Hypomagnesemia, chronic alcoholism, malabsorption, severe diarrhea, acute pharyngitis, diuretic therapy, prolonged parenteral fluid therapy without magnesium supplement, kidney disorders such as glomerulonephritis, tubular reabsorption defect, decreased serum magnesium concentration may result in tetany, convulsion and cardiac arrhythmias. Urine magnesium level also determines in magnesium depletion test.